everybody. I'm Daniela Acitelli.
And I'm Anna Clements.
And we're here to present you with the holiday variety show you never knew you missed.
So sit down and look forward to some really fun shots. Well,
we've got quite a lineup today, don't we, Anna?
We do. Sorry, I am paying attention. I'm very excited, looking forward to all of these people. Some brilliant stuff coming up. I hope you really enjoy it.
I love the hat. Are you ready for this holiday season?
I am, actually, and I'm contemplating going off to the supermarket later on and wearing it. I think we should sport them more often.
I think it's a good getup. Well, let's see what we've got in store for our audience.
Cheers.
So, Anna.
Yes.
You know when we became accountability partners?
Yeah.
You know how I've never once procrastinated? I've got Gina Marie Davies talking to us about Procrastination Station.
Oh, there is nothing I would rather do than something else than watch this.
At all times, except maybe now. Let's join Gina.
Cheers.
Silly doggy. Aw, that was cute. Oh, Daniela posted something. Thanks so much. I was thinking. Cup of Joe holiday variety show? Oh my god! Oh, yes! Oh my god! Sign me up. Oh, that'll be so much fun. Oh my god, I can't wait to get started. Oh, what am I gonna do? Oh, well, duh, I need to narrate something. Okay, what am I gonna narrate? Oh, Daniela loves thrillers. That's like her thing. Okay, so maybe I'll do a thriller. I'll do like, you know, like a suspense. Oh yeah. I'll get a book that's like really suspenseful, but totally leave on a cliffhanger. Oh my god, this is gonna be a blast. Oh, yes, I can't wait! Okay, so let's see. Let me go through some of my books and see if I can find something that'll work. All right, oh, well, that's not gonna work. How about, no, that's not gonna work either. All right, next. Oh, jeez, nope. Not gonna work. Oh my goodness. I really wish I wasn't a teacher right now. Only I had some kind of a good suspense novel laying around somewhere. Okay, so scratch the thriller idea. Well, that's okay. I've got tons of children's books, and you know, I've been doing read alouds forever, so I guess I'll just do a children's book. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Ew, sandpaper hands, jeez. Lotion much? Ooh, maybe I'll just do a mani. Or maybe a whole mani-pedi. What am I thinking? Spa day! Oh, I suppose I should be picking out a book for the narration for the video. What am I thinking? All right. Oh, my mask is done. Mail! I love getting mail. I wonder if I got any packages. I wonder if I ordered any packages. How much money have I spent? Hey, welcome home. How was your day?
It was good, hon. How was your day?
Good.
Did you finish the video for the variety show?
Join us next time when Gina Marie will take her Jeep in for an oil change. Or will she?
Oh my God, I'm going to be laughing until tomorrow. That was hysterical. And the sad thing is, it's funny because it's true.
Absolutely. I think we can all relate. Yes, indeed. The other thing you can't go without at Christmas, peanuts. And here we are, coming up next, A Charlie Brown Christmas by Anna Marie Peloso, Anthony King, and Isabella King. It's going to be fabulous.
Fell softly, and the sounds of carols rang through the air. It was the time filled with happiness, and for children everywhere, it was their favorite time of year.
But one little boy wasn't feeling very excited about Christmas.
I just don't understand Christmas. I'll be getting presents, sending Christmas cards, and decorating trees, but I'm still not happy. I always end up feeling depressed. You're the only one I know who can take a wonderful season like Christmas and turn it into a problem. Lucy's right. Of all the Charlie Browns in the world, you're the Charlie Browniest.
Lucy knew just how to fix Charlie Brown's problem.
You need to get involved in a Christmas project. How would you like to be the director of our Christmas play? Me? But I don't know anything about directing a Christmas play. Don't worry, I'll be there to help you. I'll meet you at the auditorium.
In the auditorium, the whole Peanuts gang danced to a jazzy tune that Schroeder played on the piano.
Let's get right down to work. It's important that you pay strict attention to the director. Am I right? I said, am I right?
But no one paid attention to Charlie Brown. They had started dancing again.
Let's rehearse the scene at the inn. Let's take it from the top. Places, action.
But once more, the kids started dancing and fooling around. Charlie Brown rolled his eyes.
Good grief.
Soon, Charlie Brown and Linus walked onto the stage.
We're back.
When the kids rushed over to see the tree, their mouths dropped in shock. The scraggly little tree was not what they had expected.
You were supposed to get a good tree. Can't you even tell a good tree from a poor tree? You are hopeless, Charlie Brown. I shouldn't have picked this little tree. Everything I do turns into a disaster. I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about. Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about? Sure, Charlie Brown. I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
Linus crossed to the center of the stage. The lights dimmed and a spotlight shone down on him.
And there were shepherds in the field, keeping watch over their flock at night. The angel came and said, Fear not, for behold, I bring you tidings of great joy, which will be to all people. For unto you is born this day a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. You shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh. Wasn't that lovely?
Oh. I'm going to take them home with me and just cuddle them. Anna.
Yeah?
I've got a secret.
Oh.
Okay, it's not a secret. I've been bragging about it for the last 6 years to anyone that would listen, that I used to do burlesque.
Oh.
I appeared as Shady Lane in Madame JoJo's. It's like the thing I'm most proud of in the entire world.
Brilliant.
And I have a weakness for vaudeville, the cabaret, burlesque, anything glamorous and showgirly. And we've got Miss Ava.
Oh.
Delivers in spades.
Wow.
She does a vaudeville Seriously, act. You don't want to miss this one. Right?
Oh, that was amazing.
Right?
Really good. Really,
I mean, the woman is like a star.
Daniela, do you know what you need at Christmas? Have you ever thought about what you really, really need?
What do I need?
James Romick is going to show us how to make the Phantom Urn. DIY.
Can't wait to see this one.
One of my other passions is woodworking, and particularly wood turning, and this is a piece I made a while back I called the Phantom Urn. It's made of 800 and some odd pieces of wood. This is called segmented turning, so each one of those individual little pieces of wood is a segment that's glued together, and they're glued into rings, and the rings are piled on top of rings, and it took me about, I think 2 months to make this one. There's another piece coming up that I call the Squat Diamond Pot. One of my wife's favorites, and this is made of 400 some odd pieces of wood, mostly cherry, a little bit of walnut, but if you'll stick with me for about 3 more minutes, I'll show you how I made this segmented coffee mug. First of all, I have to cut all these pieces, and each one is, at a certain angle, and some of them are bigger than others. I have to put glue in between each of the segments. I have a little piece of masking tape underneath there. I roll it around into a ring, and then I put this hose clamp on there to clamp it tight. It takes about 20 minutes for the glue to cure before I can start doing anything with it. So I stack these up, take the clamps off, take the tape off, and then I put it on my lathe. So I have a little chuck on that I close up on the inside. I have to flatten one side, which is what I'm doing here. Make sure that it's flat, and then I have to make it round because it's a little bit bumpy. And then I turn it around and I flatten the other side, and it has to be perfectly flat. So that when the rings get glued on top of the other rings, that they meet and there's no gaps or anything like that. So you can see that I've glued a whole bunch of rings up. I've hollowed that thing out. I've sort of shaped it to what that insert looks like. And the rim inside, I have to cut the rim down a little bit so it will fit inside that groove. And now I'm power sanding. That little vacuum thing at the bottom there is taking the dust away. And I'm finishing this with, believe it or not, super glue. It fills in all the pores, and it makes a very nice, shiny, and tough finish. So I put that on, I do a little bit more sanding, I might put another coat on. Now this is a little measuring device that I have so I can find the bottom so I don't cut through the bottom. And leave a hole there. So now I'm trying to part what they call parting the piece off, and I use a little bit of saw because there's a little nub that's still on there. Now I have to fashion the bottom, and it's got to be just a little bit of a concave surface so it'll sit flat on a table. But as you can see, it didn't fit tightly on that little chuck that I had there, so I had to put a little spacer with the tissue paper on there. So now I flattened the bottom, and I actually made it a little bit concave, and I just like to put a little bit of detail on the bottom. So I got a couple little grooves in there. Sometimes I have a branding iron that I can brand it on the bottom, and I have my name and everything, date. That's some kind of like silicone filler glue, like caulking. And I push it in there, and this is what it looks like.
Well, that was really clever. I like that.
And if you ever need to know how to make an urn, we now know.
James is your man.
So Anna, I got another secret. This one really is a secret, actually.
Okay, just you and me then.
Yes, just you and me. Do you know who my biggest crush was when I was growing up? Try to guess.
I can only think of English acts now. Suddenly, my mind.
Elvis.
Oh.
Everyone loved Elvis. Those dreamy eyes, the dreamy voice, the gorgeous Elvis.
Those hips.
Yeah. Maybe a little more gorgeous when he was a little bit younger. But Elvis, right?
Yeah.
I've got Joseph Batzel, an Elvis impersonator, singing Blue Christmas with a voice to die for.
Fantastic.
And I think you'll know this one. It's called Blue Christmas. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, when you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, and those blue memories start calling, you'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white. Oh, I have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. I'll have a blue Christmas, that's certain. When that blue heartaches start hurting, you'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white. But I have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Oh, still my first love. I gotta say.
That was very good. Daniela, have I got a treat for you? Do you know who we've got coming up next?
Who?
The inimitable Johnny Heller. I was just thrilled that he's in our variety show. Just fantastic. Well done, Cup of Joe, for getting this one. Johnny Heller reading For the Hell of It on Christmas for all of us to enjoy.
Hello, I'm Johnny Heller, and this is a Christmas reading from the latest For the Hell of It. Ho, 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 it's Christmas time. The time of year where we plaster garish gewgaws all over our halls and walls and have a tree killed and brought to our home so we can watch it die in our house. We hang ornaments and lights and inedible popcorn on our dying tree in an effort to ignore the fact that we are participating in an ancient pagan ritual. Christmas is a time of joy, of laughter, and of realizing why we moved away from our families in the first place. In many towns, people hung hundreds of thousands of lights on their homes and compete for which house has the greatest show of energy waste in the universe. The Christmas lights ensure brightness all night long and help criminals avoid tripping over tree roots as they case your house. But how did Christmas start? Where did Santa come from? What's the deal with the ugly sweaters? I'm here to tell you the real story, much of which, sadly for you, consists of me making stuff up. But after 4 years of Donald Trump, you should be used to being lied to, so here goes. Christmas is December 25th because that was already a big-time pagan celebration and July 4th was taken. There is no biblical mention of a Jesus birthday party, which is really a sad thing. 12 guys following you around every day and no one even sends a card. No apostle says, hey, let's throw Jesus a birthday party. Anyone know the date? Dude, I don't even know if it will be BC or AD. It's likely that Jesus was actually born in the springtime, but Pope Julius I picked December 25th because pagans already had a party then, so it worked out in terms of hall rentals and party supplies. Christmas gifts? The three wise men were guys who brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh to the baby Jesus. This codified an ancient ritual of the wealthy giving their best stuff to the poor. This practice mollified the poor and kept the rich from being beaten to death by gangs of pissed-off poor people. Here, I got you a nice watch, don't kill me. Merry Christmas. Incidentally, frankincense is an oil used to cover the scent of the dead in ancient times, and myrrh, another ancient perfume, which makes sense when we consider the whole being born in a stable thing. The gold suggests that the stable story isn't true, because if you have gold, you don't have to stay in a stable. But a good story is better than a true story. What of Christmas trees? In ancient times, people partied to ward off winter. They would burn huge logs and party as long as the log burned, often for 2 weeks. They thought this would appease the gods, who would then grant them an early spring. Today, we have office parties. It's exactly the same idea. We don't burn logs, but we do cut down trees and bring them home to decorate them. These were living trees, which, until we cut them down, were perfectly happy in their forest. Good thing they aren't ants. What about Santa? Many people believe that Santa exists only to keep Scott Brick entertained for a few weeks, but there's much more to the story. The original Santa was a Turkish monk named Nicholas, who gave away his wealth and was apparently a nice guy. He became a saint after his death, which is likely why more people don't shoot for sainthood. It's low-paying and you need to be dead. He's considered the patron saint of children and sailors, which sounds like a weirdly uncomfortable combination to me. I mean, children and swing sets I get, sailors and boats, okay, but kids and sailors? I don't know. The Dutch called him Sinterklaas, which became Santa Claus because no one can speak Dutch. Even the Dutch can't tell themselves from the Swedes. Later, various authors wrote stories about his flying reindeer, his late-night visits through home chimneys, which must be disappointing to kids with no fireplaces in their homes, and the naughty and nice list, which the ACLU has an injunction against. Commercialism. Say there was a holiday that involved giving gifts. Say you own a store that sells stuff that could be considered gifts, see? In the mid-1800s, a store featured a giant Santa statue that drew thousands of kids. It was a short jump for stores to feature in-house Santas who suggested parents buy their kids gifts in the store while the kids sat in the fat stranger's lap. Who could say no to that? Miracle on 34th Street, indeed. Today, Christmas ads start in early June and feature rich people buying each other Lexus automobiles or stuff from Kay Jewelers. The less fortunate save up for Hess trucks because what says Merry Christmas better than an oil rig? All in all, Christmas is the most celebrated holiday in the world, except in the Trump White House where Melania is in charge of the decorations and Trump dresses as an orange Santa, and Ivanka forces kids to try to sit on his lap without rolling off as he orders them to bring him gifts. Thank God that part of Christmas is ending, and we can go back to shopping online to get presents we feel obligated to give to people we are happy to see, but only once a year. Regardless of your religion or lack of religion, you are a human being, and you deserve to feel the warmth of the original spirit of Christmas. You deserve happiness, and you deserve joy, and you can find that best by bringing it to others. So don't get all hung up on small issues like the use of the Oxford comma, what became of Jolt Cola, or how to forgive your family for voting for Trump. Just bring happiness in whatever way you can, and have a Merry Christmas, and or swell holiday season. It's all good if you make it so.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a golden voice.
With a heart of gold, too. Well, Anna,
yeah,
this is fabulous. I'm exhausted. What do you say we take a quick break?
Sounds good.
This is my family album. And this is my brother Hopple. He's always chasing the girls. But for no more, now he's a telling the girls about creamy prom. Because prom home permanent is awaiting cream. Leaves your hair soft like a silk. Look at the way the waver, she's a bounce back every time. Hey, lady, wouldn't you like your wave behavior like this? You'll get a creamy prom. Right, Hoppo?
So, Anna.
Yeah?
You know how this time of year, the pressure's on to look gorgeous and fabulous, right?
Yeah.
But it's not always so easy. Our next guest is here to teach us a trick. We are going to make homemade body butter.
Ooh.
Let's join Andy Garcia-Ruz.
Ho, 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 Cup of Joe. Merry Christmas. Okay, today I'm going to take just a couple of minutes and show you how to make homemade body butter, which is kind of like lotion, but way better. So stay tuned and you will learn how to do this. It makes a perfect gift for you. Oh, and my dog Rocky likes to bark. Sorry about that. Makes a perfect gift for you because it's winter and winter sucks and our skin is dry, or you can give it to somebody. And homemade gifts are the best at Christmas, especially this year if you don't feel like getting out and going to stores. You can do it yourself. Stay tuned. I've got an organic blend oil. I've got some organic cocoa butter, some organic shea butter, some organic jojoba oil, and some arrowroot powder. All you need is those ingredients and some kind of a jar. I just have a bunch of these laying around, so I put it in there, but anything will do. And you need like something to put it in, and then you'll need your, what is that called? A frying pan or a skillet or whatever that's called. You'll need one of those. And okay, for the recipe part, it's super easy. Everything is a half a cup. So I'm gonna get, it's easy. Take this, put it in a little, kind of like a bain-marie where you put water in it, and just wait until it melts down. So I will check. Okay, about 12 minutes and we're done. Take her off the stove. Okay, your next step is to take it and pour it into a bowl. It could be any bowl. I'm just using my KitchenAid mixer bowl because I'm gonna use that. But if you're gonna hand mix it, just put it into a little mixing bowl or whatever. And then you're gonna take it and put it in the refrigerator and let it cool. Tell you, if you are going to be using essential oils, now is the time to add them. And it's about 10 to 30, depending on what you're going to do for smell. I'm doing 30 because I like to have a nice scent in my body butter lotion. And now we wait. This part's the hardest because it does take the longest. I will look at the clock. Okay, for something. 5:37. It looks pretty good. Okay, I've got it in the blender, mixing up. Now here's an important part. This is where the arrowroot powder comes in, because arrowroot powder is going to make the formula a little less greasy. So I want to show you a previously done one that I've done, and I want to show you what the consistency is like. So this one I didn't use any arrowroot powder in, and if you look at it, and if I put it on, see how it's kind of reminds you of like maybe the consistency of baby oil. So it's a little more greasy, as we would say, or more loose in texture. And some people like that. So it kind of depends on which you want texturally. I like to have them a little bit more whippy, so I'm going to add the arrowroot powder. I'm going to add just a couple teaspoons. So here I go. It is ready. So right now you could probably like scoop it up and just put it into a jar, but I do it a little bit differently. Let me show you. Okay, I have scooped mine into a piping bag, and I just put a really big tip on the bottom. Now, don't get like any high expectations. This isn't the Great British Bake Off. Okay, and then I just take it, and I got my little jar, and I'm just gonna squeeze it in there. Whee! And it looks like that. How pretty is that? And then I put my little lid on, call it done. And I've still got more. This will probably make like 3 of these size jars. Last time I did a double batch, and it made like 1, 2, 3, wait, 1, 2, 3. And then I gave away a few, so probably 6. And that is it. Now you've got a Christmas present or something you can keep for yourself. And just a little pro tip, you can swap out arrowroot powder for cornstarch. And if you only have one oil like coconut, then you could just use that instead of the jojoba and all the blends and everything. So basically it could be like a 2 or 3 piece recipe, and I'm sure you have most of that stuff. So Merry Christmas. I hope it turns out great. Message me for any like tips you need or any like what's going on with this. There's a couple tricks I can teach you too. Bye.
What a powerhouse. Oh my God. Literally. Exactly. I'm going to run off and make it as soon as the video's over.
Daniela, you know those occasions where it's nearly Christmas time and you hear a particular piece of music that makes you feel like it's snowing outside and the atmosphere is all gentle and you're all cuddled up warm in front of a fire and everything is just perfect. This song does this for me. We've got Lisa and Omar Negron singing Oh Holy Night, and it's just beautiful.
The stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till He appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. on your knees. Oh, hear the angels' voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Led by the light of faith serenely beaming, with glowing hearts by his cradle we stand. So led by light of a star sweetly gleaming, here came the wise men from Orient land. The King of Kings lay thus in lonely manger, in all our trials born to be our friend. He knows our needs, to weakness is no stranger. Behold our King, before him lowly bend. Behold our King, before him lowly bend. Christ is the Lord. Oh, praise his name forever. Noel, Noel, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night, oh, holy night, oh, night
Oh,
Wasn't that great?
and it's so romantic, them playing
Really lovely.
together. Oh. How about we let the children join in?
Okay.
I've got Christy K. James with a twist on a Christmas classic, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
Ooh, lovely.
'Tis the night before Christmas, and in my small house I search through and discard blouse after blouse. The party starts soon, oh, what shall I wear? I have nothing that fits, people will stare. My closet is full, I have plenty of threads, but fattening treats, oh, my poor ego's in shreds. Cookies and candies and much other crap. Can't zip up my zippers and my buttons all snap. The holidays come, I get fatter and fatter, though I vow with each year I'll get nothing but flatter. I'll look like a starlet, I'll make quite a splash, but party nights come and to the buffets I dash. Plates full of food and a heart filled with woe, I'll eat every bite and then I will grow. My belly gets bigger and so does my rear. I'll have to start exercising early next year. There's something I'm missing, some kind of trick that keeps me from looking like a young, sexy chick. Someone's at fault, I can't be to blame for all of the poundage that lands on my frame. It's all of the hosts and the good foods they're fixing. If not, then what? This quandary's perplexing. I flop on my bed and stare at the wall. This wouldn't be a problem if I were tall. But it's 6 o'clock. I can't lay here and cry. It's time to get moving. Grab my purse and go buy something that fits, something that's new, something that's bigger by a size or two. Stepping outside, I look up at my roof. I see something red, then it's gone in a poof. Turning in circles, I look all around, and suddenly I see something there on the ground. It's shiny, it's black, it's covered in soot. Sticking up from the snow is a boot-covered foot. I stand there and stare, my expression is slack. When finally I notice a big bright red sack, I reach out to take it, but it's too heavy to carry. Then I find myself nose to nose with a face that's all hairy. Who are you, I demand, my voice very low, when suddenly I realize, you're Santa, I crow. He stares for a moment in disbelief, then huffs out a breath in the shape of a wreath. It looks like you've spent too much time at the deli, indulging, he says, in too much cake, bread, and jelly. It's these holiday foods, I say, defending myself, but you're one to talk, you fat little elf. Santa apologizes quickly, his face turning red. It's okay, I tell him, you're back in good stead. But Santa, please help before you go back to work. Give me something that fits before I go berserk. For one long moment he seems to have froze, then as if by magic he hands me some clothes, saying get changed right now, quick as a whistle. Then he waves me off in distracted dismissal. I look at the clothes, then whoop in delight. The outfit is perfect, it won't be too tight.
Merry Christmas, yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Wasn't the picture at the end so cute? I mean, talk about sense of humor and a way to cheer the Christmas on.
Really lovely. Very clever. Coming up, we've got the lovely Chris Schuler reading Shadow on the Stone. Look out for the puppies.
Puppies?
The Shadow on the Stone by Thomas Hardy. I went by the druid stone that broods in the garden white and lone, and I stopped and looked at the shifting shadows that at some moments fall thereon from the tree hard by with a rhythmic swing, and they shaped in my imagining to the shade that a well-known head and shoulders threw there when she was gardening. I thought her behind my back, yea, her I long had learned to lack. And I said, I am sure you are standing behind me, though how do you get into this old track? And there was no sound but the fall of a leaf as a sad response, and to keep down grief I would not turn my head to discover that there was nothing in my belief. Yet I wanted to look and see that nobody stood at the back of me. But I thought once more, nay, I'll not unvision a shape which somehow there may be. So I went on softly from the glade, and left her behind me throwing her shade. as she were indeed an apparition, her head unturned, lest my dream should fade.
Oh, the puppy!
That was lovely. And what a voice.
I know that voice. Anna.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they say about like pets and children and putting them in any production you do or anything, it's always going to be trouble.
Yeah.
I got to say, our next act, Diane Marina does a reading for us, but her co-stars, the Chihuahua Nugget and Twyla, steal the show.
Did you say Chihuahua?
I said Chihuahua.
Merry Christmas.
It was December 24th, and it was pretty late, and the wife and I were chilling over at the lake. We had to stop with hearts full of fear, took another look, and it was a little reindeer. We brought her home and gave her some grub, but she rolled over and said, "Give my tummy a rub." We did what she said and patted her head, knowing that we had to soon get to bed. Little reindeer looked up and shuffled her paws when a tag slipped out that said, "Return to Santa Claus." We were starting to worry, began feeling sick. We had to get this little reindeer back to St. Nick. We said, let's keep her and put up a fight. But I'd never steal from Santa, because that ain't right. But so under the tree, little reindeer was placed. Then off to bed we all raced. It was turkey and stuffing, macaroni and cheese, and Santa's putting gifts under Christmas trees. Decorate the house with lights at night. Snows on the ground to everyone's delight. In the fireplace burns the Yule log, wishing Santa would have brought us a dog. We shrugged our shoulders and wiped our tears, hoping for a little pet, maybe next year. Looked under the tree and guess what appeared? Santa let us keep his little reindeer. Sleigh bells ring so loud, y'all hear it? It's Christmas time and we got the spirit. Jack Frost's chilling, the kids are all out, and that's what Christmas is all about. It's been an awesome Christmas with little reindeer, and the whole wide world is filled with cheer. Celebrating Christmas with the whole fam, and we've been chilling just like a snowman. So open your eyes, lend us an ear. We want to say, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Well, you can't have a Christmas without a Chihuahua, now can you?
That was just lovely. Absolutely brilliant.
That made my whole season. I don't know about you, but I'm full of joyousness already, and it's definitely not the Baileys. Maybe it's time to take a commercial break.
Absolutely. We'll see you in a few.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Excuse me. What's new in cat food?
Today's your lucky day. We just got in these new Puss in Boots flavor packs. The latest thing in dry cat food. Flavor packs come 8 to a box, and every pack's a measured meal. So every time you eat, you get everything you need, all your vitamins. It's a complete diet in just the right amount.
Very convenient. But why do they call them flavor packs?
Each meal is sealed. They taste great because the flavor can't escape. Here.
You know, that's great. I'll take it. A tasty, dry cat food. That's what I've been looking for.
Every cat comes in here switching to flavor packs. Well, after all, who knows more about cats than Puss in Boots?
Well, Daniela, I'd like to say thank you for making today a particularly different day. Not an ordinary day in the life of an audiobook narrator. However, we do have a great skit from Amy Soaks coming up about a day in the life of an audiobook narrator.
Fabulous.
Freezing in here. What am I doing? To Papa picked a peck of pickled peppers. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. Stretch it. H-O-A-R-Y. Hoary? Howry. Can you just do that later? Yeah, I can hear it. Maybe I'll just listen to someone else on Discord for a little while. Why is my stomach rumbling? Human, but Tuesday, opportunity, particular. She was particularly, just check my Facebook. What is that? You hungry? Not hungry? Shut up. Where's my stomach pillow? Boiling. I have not enough room in here. Why didn't I build a bigger booth? Why are these sentences so long? Alright, maybe I'll do some Discord. Put my underglasses. Gonna put my contacts in. I need makeup. Maybe I'll just take a break. Daniela! Hi, how are you? Christmas show. I was expecting something from you, and Oh, is that due today? If you could get something to me, like, yesterday, that'd be really good. I'm just editing it. It's done. Everyone has been so nice. I cannot believe how much support I've had from people. And the guest we've got coming up is just amazing. So I can expect your thing? Done. It's done. Excellent. Okay, bye-bye. God, what am I gonna do? Bonk a possum sideways. Why do I have to live next to a lady who has to mow once a week? It's hot. I just wanted to ring up and have a quick chat because, well, just a couple of teensy-weensy things, darling. Yeah, for sure. I did receive your last assignment. It seemed to get to me a little bit late, but I went through it with a fine-tooth comb, and I have to say, I can see some improvements, but I mean, really, just let me have a look at what I'm talking about here. Yeah. Round those vowels. If you want to do any sort of an English accent, you're really going to have to round those vowels. Think of a big peach inside your mouth. Yeah. Don't forget to enunciate those consonants, darling. Even the T's, the D's at the ends of the word, so important. Yeah. Perhaps you should just try and master RP before you move on to, you know, Welsh, Northern, or Irish, Scottish, whatever it was that you were attempting to do there. For sure. Anyway, I've got to get cracking on those, because I've got to get something to Daniela later, and I haven't actually written it or done it yet. But... Right. All the rest of us here at Penelope Winterbottom Coaching, all the best to you, darling. Have a lovely Christmas and New Year. Thank you so much. Bye-bye now. Oh, goodness. Oh, God, it's hot in here. Maybe I'll go watch the latest cuEJW. Research. It'll be research. Backing under a growing tree, which I prevented by a violent pull at his bridle, and then for the space... Oh, far out. Who wants a hot Christmas? Slaving over a hot stove when it's boiling outside. My husband and I would just like to say on this auspicious occasion, all the best from down under to all of you for Christmas and New Year. Bye for now.
Was that me in that video? She's a woman of a million faces. And sadly, it's very, very on point to our job. I hate to admit.
It's funny because it's true.
Spoiling our glamorous image. So, Anna.
Yes?
I couldn't believe that I got Susanna to participate in this. But I don't know if you've heard of her. She's a brilliant Italian singer. I mean, she's everywhere because she's like one of the best singers of the day. Susanna Paiso. And she's singing God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. And it's like nothing you've ever seen. I'm telling you, you won't believe it.
Well, good old Christmas carol. Perfect.
Yes.
Good rest you merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day, to save us all from Satan's power when we're gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. From God our heavenly Father a blessed angel came, and unto certain shepherds brought tidings of the same, that in the Bethlehem was born the Son of God by name. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Fear not to say the angel, let nothing you affright. This day is born a Savior of a pure virgin bride, who'll save all those who trust in Him from Satan's power and might. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. The shepherds at those tidings rejoiced in much in mind, and left their flocks a feeding in tempest, storm, and wind, and went to Bethlehem straight away, this must the babe to find. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Merry Christmas.
Did I tell you or did I tell you?
Really?
Right?
You know how we're all audiobook narrators?
Mm-hmm.
And this whole thing is about books and audiobooks and narrators, and we have an author. Gary Starta is going to read an excerpt from Dead Market.
I wonder if it's scary.
This is Gary Starta. Today I'd like to share some inspiration from my novel Dead Market. This is a zombie story based out of my new hometown, Tampa Bay, Florida. And in this story, I'm showing a little bit of the influence that Big Pharma has taken on our TV screens. They seem to have a cure for everything, but watch out for the few side effects. So in my story, I have a fictitious company that wants to increase their share, calling it a dead market. They want to basically sell their pill to living dead. And to create this scenario, a virus will be unleashed, and it will basically make humans come to life again, and then they will need to take a pill to keep their humanity. In my story today that I'm reading, our detective is going to face the death of his friend, a fellow officer, in a bad section of Tampa called Ybor City, and he's facing this dilemma of how it happened with his ME, Gonzalez, who is really striving to find a plausible scientific answer for this death, although the detective looking at the body knows there's something bizarre going on. It looks like the body has been bitten. So in this scenario, let's see how it plays out. Well, I guess there's nothing left to do but transport the body. I just hoped there would be an explanation to all this strangeness. I'm not showing the kind of blood loss you expect from such an injury. The bite mark is weird in itself. The only definitive trace of another person here is a footprint in the blood, possibly belonging to a child or woman, which I don't see as the killer because Comiskey was over 6 feet tall. A woman or child possessing the strength or height to do such a thing? To be fair, maybe some crazed, junky female did do this. I admit I lost touch with Comiskey. He could have changed. My gut tells me no, however, it's possible. And I've heard of some crackheads performing some very odd physical feats before. Thanks for your time, officer. In the split second Gonzalez would have needed to complete his sentence, Burnham witnessed something he was sure Comiskey or any other dead body to be incapable of. A left hand latched around Gonzalez's ankle. The ME once again locked eyes with Burnham. All Burnham could feel were Gonzalez's two big brown eyes dueling with him, demanding an explanation for what's transpiring below. The impossible, the implausible, the unbelievable. I hope this caught your attention, and I hope you'll go out and pick up Dead Market. It's going to be on Amazon Kindle. Just plug my name in, Gary Starta, G-A-R-Y-S-T-A-R-T-A, or use the title itself, Dead Market. I hope you have a great day. Bye.
Wow, that was something. Zombies and everything.
Let it not be said that our variety show didn't have variety.
Okay, I have another confession since that's what we're doing on this show.
Okay.
Okay, so when the next person contacted me, I already knew who she was because I'm such a fangirl. Her name is Chloe Dolandis, right? And she's like this singer, but she's like a proper singer. Like I've looked her up and she's got these like music videos. You know the ones where they're like impossibly gorgeous and unbelievably talented. You know those ones where like you're pretty sure those people don't actually exist. She does. And she's joined us for Cup of Joe. And she's doing a rendition of 12 Days of Christmas that will knock your socks off.
5 gold rings.
On the first day of Christmas, my agent gave to me enough work to keep me busy. On the second day of Christmas, my agent gave to me 2 contracts I love and enough work to keep me busy. On the third day of Christmas, my agent gave to me 3 on hold, 2 contracts I love and enough work to keep me busy. El cuarto día de Navidad, mi agente me dio 4 callbacks, 3 on hold, 2 contracts I love and enough work to keep me busy. On the 5th day of Christmas, my agent gave to me 5 bookings, 4 callbacks, 3 on hold, 2 contracts I love and enough work to keep me busy. On the 6th day of Christmas, my agent gave to me 6 interfaces, 5 bookings, 4 callbacks, 3 on hold, 2 contracts I love, and enough work to keep me busy.
On the 7th day of Christmas, my agent gave to me 7 booths required,
6 interfaces, 5 bookings, 4 callbacks, 3 on hold, 2 contracts I love, and enough work to keep me busy. On the 8th night of Hanukkah, my agent gave to me 8 perfect cables,
7 booths required,
6 interfaces, 5 bookings, 4 callbacks, 3 on hold, 2 contracts I love, and enough work to keep me busy. On the 9th day of Christmas, my agent gave to me 9 pairs of headphones, 8 perfect cables,
7 booths to work in,
6 interfaces, 5 bookings, 4 callbacks, 3 on hold, 2 contracts I love, and enough work to keep me busy. On the 10th day of Christmas, my agent gave to me $10 for recording, 9 pairs of headphones, 8 perfect cables,
7 booths required,
6 interfaces, 5 bookings, 4 callbacks, 3 on hold, 2 contracts I love, and enough work to keep me busy. On the 11th day of Christmas, my agent gave to me 11 mics I'm liking, $10 for recording, 9 pairs of headphones, 8 working cables,
7 booths required,
6 interfaces, 5 bookings, 4 callbacks, 3 on hold, 2 contracts I love, and enough work to keep me busy. On the 12th day of Christmas, my agent gave to me 12 new auditions,
11 mics I'm liking,
$10 for recording, 9 pairs of headphones,
8 perfect cables, 7 booths to work in,
6 interfaces, 5 bookings, 4 callbacks, 3 on hold, 2 contracts I love, and enough work for everybody. Are we done? Okay. Happy holidays.
Isn't she fabulous? I just want to be her, like this year. Like I'll do everything right New Year's and I will be just like Chloe.
Lovely. Over here in England, we have lots of pubs, as I'm sure you know, and they're often called strange things like the Frog and Tortoise, or the Hare and Hound, or the Slug and Lettuce.
Yeah.
And I have a friend who is particularly partial to the different names of pubs. So when I saw this next one come up and it said 2 chicks and a broken cello, I was fascinated. Listen to Melanie Eubank and Mia Schneider. It's great.
Can't wait. They're very good, aren't they?
That was lovely.
Yeah, it was.
Well, if you're enjoying this as much as we are, you probably need a little break. So go take 10 seconds, but don't forget to come right back.
See you on the other side.
Introducing the Sloppy Joe, a brand new dance. From Libby's, the people who make Sloppy Joes. Just heat and eat. And swing to the beat. Nothing like it anywhere. Get beef or pork. What do kids think of it?
Man, it's the sloppiest.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Carol Burnett show when you were growing up?
No.
Is it? No, really?
I live in England. I'm sorry.
I didn't realize it was an American thing. I feel very sorry for you guys.
I feel like I've missed out now.
She literally, Carol Burnett basically raised me. I mean, the woman is a force. I mean, next to Lucille Ball.
Yeah.
I've got Marie Andresic and Paul Yater. And they're doing a Carol Burnett skit. And it's hilarious. Seriously, once you see this, you will be hooked.
Taken?
No.
Intruding?
No. Oh. Clumsy.
No.
Yes.
Untrue.
True.
Graceful?
Please.
Sorry.
Forgiven.
Married?
Yes.
Impertinent?
Yes.
Sorry.
You?
What?
Married?
Yes.
Lovely. Children?
2.
3.
Handful.
Quite.
Salt?
Certainly.
What? Audacious.
What?
You.
Me?
Lovely.
What? Don't.
Sorry. Name?
Hillary.
Rex.
Majestic.
Inappropriate.
Suitable.
Sweet.
Don't.
Sorry. Happy?
No. Yes.
Why?
Busy.
Neglectful?
Yes.
Idiot.
Don't.
Sorry.
You?
What?
Happy.
No.
Wife?
Frigid.
No.
Pepper?
Here.
Affair?
Affair?
Yes.
Us?
Please?
Impossible.
Rubbish.
Madness.
Oh.
Immoral.
True.
Going.
Don't.
What?
Please.
Must.
Hillary, whatever you do, don't look back.
Chatterbox.
Did I tell you or did I tell you?
That was fabulous.
Exactly. You can get Carol Burnett on YouTube. I'm telling you, you need Carol Burnett in your life. Never gets old.
Okay, Daniela, I have my own secret to tell. Just going to share. Before I became an audiobook narrator, before I got into VO, I trained as a classical singer.
No.
So here's a special one for me. We've got Anne-Marie and Vincent Lewis, and she's singing Maria Vegan Lied.
Ooh.
Culture.
Mm.
Maria sitzt am Rosenhag und wiegt ihr Jesuskind. Durch die Blätter leise
Wow. I feel
was different, wasn't
very, yeah.
Lovely. Really
That's some classy stuff, isn't it? Anna, let me tell you a secret.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid in school, I remember that, they used to show us, in Britain they probably didn't, but in America they showed us all these educational videos, like what happens if you get drunk and drive in a car, you'll end up in a cliff, and they'll show you the funeral and all that. They tried to like scare us into being good. But one video they showed us that just like always stuck in my mind was, it was like how different countries celebrate Christmas, like the different traditions. I remember some girl like in Norway or something, and she just put candles on her head and walked around in a white nightgown or something, but it looked really cool and exotic, and it sparked my like lifelong, I'm going to travel all over the world and be one of those people. Gretchen LeBoon does a talk about Christmas traditions, and that's what it reminded me of. It's quite something.
Cool.
Happy holidays, everyone. I'm Gretchen LeBoon, a narrator. 2020 has been, to say the least, a very strange year. And in that spirit, I want to share with you some unique holiday traditions. Each year, the kids at my church put on a skit that tells the story of Christ's birth. Typically, this involves a nativity, reading from the Bible, and lots of singing. The past few years, however, the story has been told in non-traditional ways. For instance, 2 years ago, the story of Christ's birth was told by pigs. Christmas of 2019 took us on a world tour, including some of the most unique ways Christmas is celebrated. Our trip begins in Ukraine. One of the traditional legends of Christmas for people of Ukraine is the Christmas spider, a tale from the 1800s, where a poor, hard-working widow and her children lived in a hut. One summer day, a pine cone fell on the floor of the hut and took root. The children cared for it, hoping to have a tree for Christmas. The tree grew into a substantial size, but on Christmas Eve they could not afford to decorate it. They went to bed and fell asleep, sad. In the morning, they woke up and discovered that a spider had covered the tree in webs. They opened the windows, and when the first rays of sunlight hit the webs, they turned into silver and gold. The widow and her children never lived in poverty again. To this day, Ukrainian families put a spider ornament on their trees. Our next stop was over the Pyrenees Mountains in the country of Spain. On December 24th, Christians attend La Misa de Gallo, the Mass of the Rooster, based on the legend that on the night of Jesus' birth, a rooster was heard in the streets of Bethlehem. In the northeast corner of Spain, in Catalonia, there is a very odd tradition of the Christmas log, or caja tijo, the pooping log. Yes, I did say the pooping log, a small, hollowed-out log propped up on 2 legs with a smiling face painted on one end. From December 8th, the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, families give the log a few morsels of food to eat and a blanket to keep it warm. On Christmas Eve and Day, the children of the family go into a different room to pray for presents from the log, while the parents work their magic, placing gifts under the blanket. When the children return, the log gives out small gifts from its bottom end. The people sing a special song and hit the log with sticks to help its digestion, and the log drops sweets, nuts, and dried fruits. When garlic or an onion falls out of the log, the family knows that the treats are done for the year. As we moved west to the other countries, we came to Costa Rica. Christmas wreaths made of cypress branches are decorated with red coffee berries and ribbons for the front doors. On Christmas Eve, everyone dresses in their finest and attends the Misa de Gallo, or Mass of the Rooster, much like we'd heard about in Spain. The Christmas celebration does not end there, though. On December 26th, there is an important horseback parade called the Tope, and on the 27th, many towns and cities have Carnival with parades, dancing, and floats. For many towns, fiestas, parades, rodeos, street parties, bull runs, and choral and dance festivals stretch into January. Many North American families have roots in the area we now know as Germany. Martin Luther was walking home one evening, composing a sermon in his head, when he was awed by the brilliance of the stars twinkling amidst the evergreens. In order to recreate it for his family, he cut down a tree, set it in the main room, and wired candles to its branches. This was the first Christmas tree. One version of the story, anyway. As we all try to have a great holiday season, while wearing masks and keeping our distance, remember these traditions. Maybe, just maybe, they'll inspire your family to create a new, unique way to celebrate.
Wow, that didn't disappoint, did it? That was amazing. I think I'm going to move to another country now.
It does not say we're nothing if not international. Oh, Daniela.
Yes, Anna.
If I were to say to you, my precious, what would you think that was a very poor imitation of?
Your latest book?
It was supposed to be from the Lord of the Rings, but you know, luckily it's not a voice I have to do in any of my audiobooks. Coming up next, we have Rebecca and Sage Hansen doing a Smeagol Pandemic Christmas radio show.
Oh, now this should be something.
Hello, everybody out there in Radio Land. This is Liza Jones, reporting from an undisclosed location in Middle-earth. After over a decade of searching, we have found and negotiated a very special guest interview today. Any guesses? Mr. Smeagol, welcome.
What a wonderful, most precious.
We'd like to ask you a few questions. May I call you Smeagol?
Darling.
Mr. Smeagol.
Darling.
I see that you are not wearing the mask we provided you. Would you mind putting it on?
Stupid masks!
I see that you are... Just slip that elastic over your ear and...
It burns, can't breathe, precious, it chokes us. Stupid masks! We can't! We won't run stupid masks!
I'll just back up a bit.
Curse it and crush it! We hate it forever!
Let's move on. As you know, Christmas is fast approaching. Tell me, Smeagol, how do you usually spend Christmas? Will you be doing anything different this year?
Tricksy Christmases with lights, chewiness, and packages, precious. We hate them. We never get what we want at Christmases. We need it, precious. We never get it, precious. Stupid fat elf!
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding. Maybe you'll get it this year. Have you been good?
Good? Good, precious. Smeagol doesn't know. Smeagol doesn't know. No, Smeagol's been very naughty. Smeagol's been very naughty.
Wow, your honesty is refreshing. How about a Christmas dinner? Is there anything special you like to eat this time of year?
We prefers it raw and juicy. We don't want no stinking toasters or little cakes. We prefers fish. Give it to us raw and wriggly.
I think you're getting a little too close. It's important we continue to social distance.
You brought us some tasty treats, precious?
No. We haven't brought anything.
No food, no rest, nothing for Smeagol.
But I'm sure we could arrange to send you a holiday fruit basket.
No fruits, precious. We don't like the fruits. We like the meat.
Well, look at the time. I want to thank you for agreeing to chat with us today. Would you like to wish our listeners a Merry Christmas?
We don't like the Merry Christmases.
Great. And on that note, it's time to say goodbye to Middle Earth and to Mr. Smeagol. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Wow. Wow.
Very cool. Very cool. Well done, Rebecca and Sage. Another of my favorites is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, which is about to be sung by Jennifer Blom while she plays the ukulele.
She plays the ukulele.
What?
And she's a narrator, and she does engineering as well.
Is there anything she can't do? I say no.
Yeah.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Next year all our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Next year all our troubles will be miles away. Once again, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us will be near to us once more. Someday soon we all will be together, if the fates allow. Until then we'll have to muddle through somehow. So have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Oh, you see? Isn't she fabulous?
Lovely.
Oh,
And it was perfect for this year, too. It was lovely. It made me really excited about 2021 and like, I want to go like hug someone and, you know, maybe drink more.
After all of those wonderful performances, it's only left for us to wish you the happiest of Christmases, goodwill to all men and women everywhere.
And a wonderful new year. And I know 2020 has been a hard year, everyone. We've seen it all on social media. Everyone's upset. Everyone's exhausted. But look at the talent that's been brought together by these narrators and writers and performers. And I challenge each and every one of you to go out and do something fun and harness your energy and your talent and your light. And let's just pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and make 2021 the best year we've ever had. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, Anna.
So I said to him, I don't mind how many, just make sure it happens.
Are you still here? Go.
Go home.
Get out of here. year.